Hello my friends! If you're new here, my name is Rachel and welcome to the channel, and if you are returning, hi, welcome back. It's so nice to see you again. Spring is right around the corner, and while there's still so much time left in the winter, it's never too early to start dreaming of spring. For those of you getting ready to restart for the new year or looking to update your current islands, I've compiled a few unique spring-themed islands with some special builds that can help give you some inspiration if you're struggling to find a fresh idea for this new season. I hope that you can find loads of wonderful cozy inspiration, and a big thank you to all of the creators who allowed me to come tour their beautiful islands. All of their socials are linked down below if you're interested in following them or visiting these islands for yourself, which I highly recommend because they're all so gorgeous. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed, as I would love to have you around, and consider joining the channel's Cozy Cafe by hitting the join button down below and becoming a member today. Without further ado, let's go and see some builds. We are starting off today's video by visiting the breathtaking island of Gardinia, a lush, green, natural town core island. And this island's dream address was recently released by the lovely Louise, also known as Louise Crossing on Instagram. I do hope that I'm pronouncing everything correctly, but Louise has created an absolutely stunning island packed with so many lovely green spots that it's hard to not instantly think of spring. This island is so elegant and green, it's hard to even think about the winter right now while adventuring through Gardinia. There are so many magical areas on this island, and I feel like Gardinia is the perfect mixture of vintage, classical, and natural, showcasing that you can have a spring-like island with lots of blossoming flowers without having to make everything soft and pastel. The more saturated greens of Gardinia make me think of parks and gardens just bursting with the green and beauty of spring. Right here we have this beautiful statue lake that is surrounded by shops, and when I was first looking through the pictures that Louise had on her Instagram, this was the spot that stole my heart. I knew instantly that I had to come dream of this beautiful island and show it to you guys, and honestly, just showcasing this spot truly does not do the entire island justice. I highly recommend checking it out for yourself. It is just so gorgeous. I love these views. I am just blown away at the array of fake shops that Louise was able to build out in this area. I have such a soft spot for flower shops, and this one is the perfect addition for any spring island. I love all of the themes going on here. All of this just feels so warm and so inviting, and the theme is a great deviation from, like I said, all of the usual pinks and pastels that we can see with spring islands. This feels very transitional for the summertime and just a beautiful way to usher in this new warm season. Every corner here is so cohesive while also making sure that every spot has its own story and design. I love this little sandwich shop right here. I think that it's so cute. I feel like a vintage town core island like this is perfect for trying something new this spring. We are now visiting the island of Swan Lake, an island that I had such a wonderful time exploring. This is a coquette grandma core island with so many cute strawberry themes and a lot of ballet accents, created by the wonderfully talented Swag Froggy Chairs over on Instagram. I am always so inspired by the builds that Marti posts, so do be sure to go and check her out. This island is such a dream and a fun way to play with cottagecore themes in a very new and interesting way. I love grandma core, so let's go and take a look. While what brought me to the island was a beautiful, unique pond that Marti has waterscaped and that we will see in just a moment, on the way to the pond, I found this breathtaking strawberry field and knew that I had to take a slight detour and showcase this amazing build. This area made me audibly gasp when I walked through it for the first time, and I just had to share it with you guys to hopefully inspire more builds like this one. I love all of the pops of red going on here, and the terraforming that created this little valley below was just so incredible. Something about it like stole my heart. I love it so much. I see so many strawberry fields being placed on the beaches, and I love this different interpretation that's being done here. I feel like this just feels like such a hidden little area, almost giving me the like secret garden vibes that you would find maybe when visiting your grandma, and I can really just feel all the grandma core vibes going on here. It seriously feels so magical, and it almost reminds me of the Strawberry Battlefield from Steven Universe, in case you've ever watched that show. It's just so amazing and enchanting. This spot right here, I could spend hours over here just sitting with a book, reading, and just enjoying all of these beautiful views. I wish that I could go here in real life. I just love it so much. Now we're going to take a look at what originally caught my eye when I was looking for unique builds to feature in this video. this absolutely adorable little bow-shaped lake. This is so quintessential for a coquette theme, and since we don't have too many bow or ribbon items in game, this is a great way to bring that soft, feminine aesthetic onto your island. This would be great to feature next to the ℍ𝕝𝕝 sisters, or if you have a villager in town who maybe sells some garments. Arden Crossing is one of my amazing members here on the channel, a partner that I have over on Instagram, and just an overall really great friend of mine. If you aren't following Arden, you can find her on Instagram, and she makes the cutest custom design codes for the game. Today I will be adventuring in 2 different islands by her, the first one being an island named ℍ𝕝𝕝𝕠, which I love so much. It is such a cute name, and this island theme takes the pastel pink spring core that we so often see and gives it a very special twist. ℍ𝕝𝕝𝕠 is a cherry blossom city core island that is heavily inspired by Paris and has a lot of Parisian vibes. I wanted to start by taking you down this cherry blossom lined road, which is so precious and just such a magical little walkway. Arden does an amazing job when she builds city islands. She just has such a talented eye for being able to make a city feel cozy while still capturing the scale and size of a place that is as winding and towering as Paris. I just love seeing the different ways that people can utilize the cherry blossom trees in game, and I am a huge fan of seeing these trees outside of the usual zen and pastel themes that we so often see them in. Here we have this incredible land bridge overlooking a roadway below, which is so cool. I am just blown away at how inventive Arden was with planning the infrastructure for this island. Like, I really truly feel like I am walking through the streets of Paris right now, which is just so amazing. While there is absolutely nothing wrong with classic pastel spring islands, if you are burnt out from making them in the past, this time around try and pick a real city to inspire your next spring island. I think that you'll be surprised at how inventive you can become when designing one yourself. While there are so many different areas that I wanted to showcase on this beautiful island that have real-world nods to Paris, I decided to instead choose this beautiful public park. It has so much versatility for areas on your own islands, and I just love how everything is outfitted. It looks so realistic to a public park in real life. If you were anything like me, then when making city core islands, I tend to keep the public parks heavily landscaped and covered with pathing, usually only reserving green for flower beds and trees, but I love how much leisure space this public park has. I am seriously so inspired walking through this lush, beautiful, and realistic public park that Arden has formulated here on ℍ𝕝𝕝. It truly feels like the type of place to come and sit with your picnic basket, have a good time with friends, maybe bring a little charcuterie board along, and just enjoy all of the blossoms and spring breezes. Now, of course, this list of spring islands would not be complete if it didn't feature a zen cherry blossom Japanese inspired island, and today we are going to be looking at Toki, an island that was created by my lovely friend, Instagram partner, and a fellow Animal Crossing YouTuber, Polly Pocket, who is crazy gifted when it comes to unique layouts and Japanese themes. At the time of recording this, she is working on a new Japanese island named Toshinaka for the spring season, so do be sure to check out her videos if you're looking for some new island inspiration. Her channel is linked down below. Once again, I wanted to showcase one area and instead found 2 spots that I fell in love with. First, I want to walk you down this Japanese-inspired street. This row of wisteria trellises is so magical, and I love wisteria flowers so much, so having an entire walkway lined with them is just breathtaking. It feels so alive and so dynamic. Like, I am seriously blown away by the amount of work and imagination and depth that Polly has put into this street to make it look like there is just so many things going on in every single corner. I love the house is layered, it feels very realistic, and I just really feel like I am truly walking the back streets in Osaka or Harajuku during a beautiful spring morning. Spring islands don't always have to be about pink and white flower fields, but instead just have a beautiful sense of freshness and new growth. Of course, with this being a Japanese-inspired island, I needed to showcase this absolutely breathtaking cherry blossom shrine that Polly has put together. Once again, Polly has succeeded at creating such an in-depth layering of items that makes this whole build feel so real, but also just grand and peaceful as a shrine should feel in real life. I love all of the attention to detail, how beautifully the cherry blossom trees mesh with the pine tree item that we have in game, and Polly has also laid out this beautiful pond code that makes it feel so lush and divine. I have never seen a shrine built out like this, and just goes to show how creative Polly really is with coming up with beautiful building designs. Alright, so we are going to be ending today's video with our final island, a very, very special one by Arden Crossing. I am seriously in love with everything about this island. I hope that you guys love it too. If you do, please go let Arden know how much you love it. But this is a special island because instead of focusing on the pinks, greens, or whites that we so often see in the springtime, Arden has lovingly named this island Honeycomb, and she is focusing on yellow as the main springtime color, which I feel like is a color that is so often forgotten about in the spring. I feel like it's such a bright, positive, and happy color, so I love seeing an island that is done all out in yellow. Honeycomb is an island with heavy themes of honey and teddy bears, and it is an all-bear island, which I think is just seriously so precious. The island theme showcases what I would consider to be a mashup between kidcore and cottagecore, all given a beautiful bright yellow color scheme that instantly makes me just so happy to walk through. I wanted to showcase the entrance to show how Arden decided to begin her island. I feel like we all struggle with entrances as they're usually the first thing someone sees, even though nowadays when we dream of each other's islands we always wake up in the plaza first, but I still love the allure of island planning being centered around the airport. Arden has gone through and turned her entrance into a neighborhood, which I think is just so precious and has such a bright and positive feeling to it. I love seeing the way that people decide to do their neighborhoods and how there are truly so many different possibilities and ways that you can orient them, which makes them a lot of fun to design. If you're someone who enjoys doing kidcore islands or is tired of the usual spring themes, I would highly recommend choosing one solid color, or maybe a villager type like cats, bears, or frogs, and then doing an entire color blocked island like this one. I feel like it just really helps to switch things up and push the limits of design by only giving yourself a limitation to one color. As you can see here, of course, Arden has pops of orange and brown as well, but you can tell that yellow is definitely the core theme for this island. Alrighty, my friends, that is everything for these lovely spring islands. I truly cannot wait for spring to arrive and just give us all a breath of fresh, warm air and usher in the beauty of blossoms and nature renewed. I know that we're all gearing up for an island restart soon, whether it's a full restart or just freshening up our forever islands from the winter, so I hope that the builds and islands that I featured today can help inspire you to push beyond the boundaries of regular spring islands. Huge thank you to all of the creators who allowed me to showcase builds from their dream addresses in today's video. Once again, all of the creators that I featured will be linked down below, so please go and check them out. I want to take a quick moment to say a big, warm thank you to all of my lovely members who help support me and the channel. If you would like to join the Cozy Cafe and have a spot on my growing list of baby bunnies, then hit the button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.